get over here?
Yeah. Wherever you want to go, my man. Maybe about it, yeah, as far as here.
Yeah, it's good right here.
Okay.
All right? It's loud.
It is. I'll stick that mic right up there. So, Brian, what is this like for you?
Yeah, it's interesting because, I'm in my own bed, I'm driving my own car, I'm doing all the things I would normally do, but it's different, and it's a big difference. As soon as you walk into the compound, you notice that TBS has trucks everywhere. There's Japanese media here covering the game, and even down to like the way the booth is set up for me. I purposefully reversed the booth, so I'm sitting where Rock normally sits because it needs to be different, but this will be my third time calling the Brewers in the postseason. When the game starts, it's really just about the assembly line and making sure that I'm celebrating success, whoever that happens to be against. And if it's a Dodger big moment and it means a lot to Dodger fans and their players, then I've got to act accordingly. So it's you take your local hat off, you put your network hat on, and you call a proper game.
I don't envy you in the least, my friend, because I saw what you put on social media. I don't root against your team. I don't cheer for the other team. Is that literally what you have to remind yourself of, or how do you approach it?
Well, no, I mean, I do that kind of as a bit for the, the crazy fans that are think you're always a homer or you're rooting against a certain team. Really, it just boils down to when you listen to your local announcers, and I'm one of those in this market, you listen to those guys for 7 months. Everything is skewed from that perspective, from your team's perspective, and then you don't hear that in the playoffs, and it's a little off-putting. And of course, it sounds like the announcer is pulling for a guy on the other team when he hits a big home run because the announcer is up and excited about it. But that's just a little bit I do. I'm very happy and honored to be in this position and to do this, and the good part of it for me is my prep is minimal because I know the Brewers like the back of my hand. So I can educate our truck, our production crew, my analyst on the nuances of the Brewers, the nuances of this ballpark, the nuances of Milwaukee baseball. So then as a network, we are much better served to deliver a product just because I can educate those who may not have followed the Brewers all year, our studio crew. So, it's a real advantage. The disadvantage only comes when, in this series, when a Dodger does something great. And it's going to hurt for a Brewers fan to hear the Brewers announcer for 7 months get on top of that call. And for that, I'm sorry.
And you're human. I would imagine that most people, if they think about it logically, if Chourio hits one, you're going to be excited about that.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's of course, and it's usually the home team successes or you're a little up higher because you're trying to get over the crowd.
Yeah.
When the road team does it, you're a little lower because you don't need to get over the crowd. So all of the mechanics of play-by-play, there's no fandom. I'm on the assembly line. If this is Laverne and Shirley, the beer bottles are coming, and we're doing that every at-bat, every pitch, every inning, every game, every sequence. So it's very much attentive to the assembly line. What's the next graphic? What's the next promo material I have to read? What's the next tape material? What are the analysts doing prep-wise? So that's what that is, and that doesn't change, whether I'm doing a local game or a national game.
Any subtle shutouts? You accentuate something a little more, or secret words or anything?
No, I always try to, any market I go to and I'm on the national broadcast, I do try to at least understand what some of the local vernacular is and maybe what some of the battle cries are. 2 years ago, the Arizona Diamondbacks, their battle cry was the answer backs. And they answered back in that series against the Phillies. So I use those lines, or I try to at least assimilate some of that. With the Brewers, I kind of know all that, so I don't have to go dig for it. Obviously, the Dodgers are a high-level star power team. They're very easy to know, and I just did that series. So really, when you get into the NLCS and you're in a 7-gamer, it truly is pitch by pitch. We'll tell some stories, we'll set some narrative, but mostly we're into the game and the matchups and how it flows.
Final thing, Ford Frick finalist, doing this, NCAA, French Open, NBA. You are really, really, really good. One of the best. I know you're not going to say that yourself, but you got to pinch yourself and say, man, what a charmed life.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt about that. I say that every day. I'm extremely grateful. I never dreamed I'd be doing any of this, and I owe it all to the Milwaukee Brewers. They're the ones who kind of gave me a shot. You know, the Spurs gave me a shot back in the day to be on the air.
The whole channel.
But then the Brewers were the club that gave me a shot to be a play-by-play announcer, and that was 2007, and it changed my life, and I'm forever grateful. That's why I'm very loyal to Milwaukee. I have no intentions to leave. I'll be here as long as they want me here, and as long as you want me here. I really don't want to go anywhere else, and I love that I get to do the national events and the big events. You know, that's the big leagues for us in our industry. There's a league higher than the major leagues, and that is doing network television, so I'm very grateful to the Brewers and grateful to be doing all this. And I didn't think I was old enough to be a finalist for the Ford Frick Award. Apparently I am now, so I still think of myself as a young guy, but now I'm old enough to be on that list because I've been around a while.
What would you think of this?
Oh man, he'd be ecstatic. He would just be so happy and lively, and he'd be down in the clubhouse cracking jokes, loosening up the squad the way he always did. And you know, for us to be a part of this, he would be very encouraging and funny and all of those things. And it's easy for us to pull that down, the memories. It's easy because we lived it every day with him. In my case, 19 years, but it's easy to pull those, even the verbiage. I can hear his voice right now. It's a very comfortable thing for any of us to go there whenever we do. So that was the beauty of you, because he was the same every day for all that time, back into his early days. So those memories are easy to pull down.
You don't have an easy job, my friend, but do it right down the middle.
It beats working. It beats working. Yeah, fair and balanced.
Any Brewer cheers? No.
No Brewer cheers. No. After the game.
After the game.